Hello my dear students, welcome back. What a joy to see you back. How was the quiz? Good? You did pretty good? Good job. I'm so glad to hear that. Well, in this sub lesson, we're going to talk about computation involving algebraic expression. Okay, so first we're going to learn about how to multiply and divide algebraic expression with a number. Okay, let's say for example, Mr. Mac to give you, let's say if I give you 3x plus 2. Now you know that what 3 is doing to this whole bracket, it's multiplying. See that Mr. Max said the whole bracket, alright? It's multiplying everything inside the bracket. That means that 3 is what? It's like your parents. Okay, so let's say this is you and this is your brother or sister. Now if they give an apple, they have to give you also an apple, am I right? So this is pretty much what they're doing. They're giving 3 to you and also to your sister or brother. See that both of you get it, alright? So it's very important when you multiply, and especially whether the inside addition or subtraction operation, alright, you have to distribute. That's what it is. It's distributing. So in other words, 3 times x is 3x, 3 times 2 is 6, right there. It becomes 3x plus 6. Very important. Pay attention to this sign. It's a plus. Plus times plus is plus, plus times plus is plus. What do I mean there? But let's say for example, if I give you negative 5, 3x minus 4. Now look at this. This is negative 5 you're multiplying. Now you're distributing negative 5 to this and that. Okay, now this is called distribution. Okay, so I'm multiplying negative with positive will give me negative. Alright, 5 times 3, 15x. See that? And then you're going to times with that one. Negative times negative is positive. 5 times 4, very good, 20. See that? So very important, okay? Pay attention to the negative. Bing, alright? Don't forget that when you see a negative, alright? So it's very important when you multiply, when you distribute, you got to pay attention to that, okay? So let's do another one. Let's say for example, Mr. Mac to give you negative 4, 2x plus 3y. Same thing, you distribute, okay? So you give to this one and also to that one. Both gets it, alright? Now if there's a 3, 3 gets it, alright? What I mean by that, let's see if Mr. Back to say plus 2 also gets it. See that? So everything inside the bracket gets it. It's very important, okay? Plus, plus, alright? How about if it's minus? Doesn't matter. I must back to put a minus, also gets it, alright? Okay, now let's do that. Negative times positive, negative. 4 times 2, 8. Make sure you bring the x back. Alright, negative times positive, negative. 4 times 3, 12. Make sure you bring the y back. Negative times negative, positive. 4 times 2 is 8. Right there. See that? Very easy, very straightforward, okay? You're distributing. Alright, my dear students. Now, what about if it's division? If I'm dividing a algebraic expression. Okay, let's say Mr. Mac to give you 8x minus 16, and I'm dividing this whole thing with 4. Alright, now let's convert that in the form of fraction. How do we do that? We're going to use the right arrow method. We're going to read exactly it says. This whole thing bracket, which starts with 8x minus 16, see that? Over, because that's division is over, 4. Now when you have like this, I can rewrite this as a 8x over 4 minus 16 over 4. See that? I broke them apart. You can do that as long as it's minusing or subtracting, okay? You can break them apart like this. Now I can simplify 8 and 4. It's pretty much 8 divided by 4. See that? 8 divided by 4 is what? 2. So 2x. 16 divided by 4 is? Very good, is 4. Right there. See that? 2x minus 4. Very important. Okay, let's say for example, Mr. Mac to give you, let's say 15x squared plus, let's say 10x minus 30, and I'm dividing this whole thing with 5. Again, use the right arrow method. Okay, we're going to use the right arrow method. We're going to read exactly what it says. That means 15x squared plus 10x minus 30. This whole thing I'm dividing it with 5. Very important. Now I can break them apart. So I can say 15x squared over 5 plus 10x over 5 minus 30 over 5. Okay, so now 15 divided by 5 is 3. Okay, so give me 3x squared 10 divided by 5 is 2. Plus 2x minus 30 divided by 5 is 6. Minus 6. See that? Right there. Okay? Let's say, for example, let's do another one. Let's say to give you 6x squared plus 4y and then minus 12. Okay? And I'm dividing this whole thing with 3. Let's read it exactly it says. Okay? We're going to read it like this. Right arrow method. Okay? So we're going to write that as a 6x squared plus 4y minus 12. Divide the whole thing, because this whole bracket is dividing it with 3. Very important, okay? Pay attention to that, because it's huge difference if I have to give you 6x squared plus 4y minus 12 divided by 3. What's the difference between this and that? This one, you are only dividing the negative 12. That 3 is only dividing with negative 12. This one, the whole thing is divided by 3. See that? So negative 12 divided by 3, the whole thing is divided by 3. See that the difference? The bracket. That's why the bracket is so important, alright? Okay, keep in mind. Alright, so I convert this in this form. Divide the overline 3. Then I can break them, separate them. So I put 6x squared over 3 plus 4y over 3 minus 12 over 3. Now look at this. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So that gives me 2x squared. 4 divided by 3. Can I just leave it as a 4 over 3y minus 12 divided by 3 is 4. See that? This one doesn't divide. I leave it like this. Now, is this the proper way of writing it? That's fine. With the algebraic expression, you can leave it 4 over 3. It's acceptable. Alright? You don't want to put it as a round number, mixed number, okay? You don't put it as a mixed number, you can leave it as a fraction, improper fraction. Alright? So you can say 2x squared plus 4 over 3. But even if it's a multiple choices and you want to look, if they didn't give it in this form, then it has to be the mixed number. Then change it to mixed number. Alright? Otherwise, this is acceptable. Okay? Good. See that? And that's how you divide. Alright, dividing, multiplying with a number, and dividing with a number. So keep in mind, when you multiply, you distribute, okay? 3 you distribute to x and also to 2. That's why we got 3 times x is 3x, 3 times 2 is 6. Pay attention to the sign, very important, okay? Same thing with that one, alright? If that happened to be a negative, then that means, let's do another one. Let's say, for example, if it's a negative, okay? Okay, let Mr. Mac erase the board. Let's talk about what happens if the number we are dividing turns out to be negative. Alright, I'll be back with you in a few seconds. Alright, my dear student, Mr. Mac kept this one because I'm going to rewrite this one with a divide by negative 3. Okay, so let's do that. 6x squared plus 4y minus 12. We're going to divide this whole thing with negative 3. Okay, let's do negative 3. Okay, so again we're going to do the same thing, the right arrow method. We're going to read exactly, it says 6x squared plus 4y minus 12. The whole thing I'm dividing, alright, with negative 3. Alright, now we're going to separate them. Alright, let's do 6x squared over negative 3 plus 4y over negative 3 negative 12 over negative 3. Do that first. Alright, now decide positive and negative. When you divide positive with a negative, it's negative. Okay, so it becomes negative. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2x squared. Positive and negative is negative. Always bring it up. 4 over 3 y. See that? You can express that like this. Okay, so when you have 5, let's say 5y over 6, you can rewrite it as like this. Okay, it's acceptable. Alright, so that's why Mr. Mac brought the negative out, put the 4 over 3 like this, and put a y. Negative and negative is positive. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Right there. See that? So pay attention to the negative. See, there's a huge difference with that way, with a positive dividing and a negative dividing. See that? Alright, good. Okay, good. Let Mr. Mac erase. Let's talk more about this time. We want to talk about addition and subtraction. When I have two algebraic expressions, how do we add them and subtract them? Okay, and I'll be back within a few seconds. Alright, my dear student, now let's have two algebraic expressions. Let's add them. Okay, let's see Mr. Mac to give you 5x plus 4, and then I'm adding it with 12x minus 7. See that? You got two algebraic expression. Okay, a simple algebraic expression. You're adding. Now look at this. You're adding 5x plus 4 with 12x minus 7. Now let's open the brackets up. Okay, so this way we can gather them. Plus and plus is plus, 12x, plus and minus is minus 7. Now group them by their families, by the groups. Okay, identical. In other words, like terms. 5x, 12x, they're like. I can group them together. 5x, I'm going to add that with 12x. 4 and minus plus 4 and minus 7. See that? Now I'm going to combine this and that. 5x plus 12x is 17x. Okay? 4 plus 4 minus 7. I have 4 and I owe 7, but I owe more. Okay, that means I'm going to owe but less than what I owe initially. Okay, so that means it's going to be minus, because I'm still going to owe. 7 minus 4 is 3. See that? Right there. That's how you add two algebraic expression. Okay, let's Mr. Mac give you more. Let's see if I give you 3 times 5x plus 2y minus 2, and I'm adding it with, let's say, 7x plus 5xy. Alright, what's our goal is? Okay, we're adding, let's say we're adding this two. Alright, our first goal is to open the bracket. Let's open the bracket. Okay, alright, so it's going to be, the 3's need to be distributed. I put the multiplication number, multiplying with a number there. So we got to open, to open the bracket, I got to distribute 3 to all of them. So 3 times 5 is 15x. 3 times 2 is 6y. Positive and negative is negative. 3 times 2 is 6. Plus 7x plus 5xy. Okay? Alright. Now there is a number here, but you don't see it. What number is that? 1. Okay, keep in mind 1, but anything times with 1 is going to be same, so that's why you don't show the 1. Alright, so when I open it, now group them like terms. Look for x, that's 1 right there, so I'm going to group them. 15x plus 7x plus 6y. Is there anything 6y, anything with the y term? This is not. Okay, this is unlike terms. Alright, because y got xy to it, so plus 6 is by itself, and then bring this one side and then the number another side. Okay, always keep the number to the end like this. Alright, and now combine them. These two can be combined, but this one you cannot, and that one is by itself also. So 15 plus 7, so 15 plus 7, 5 plus 7 is 12, 2 carry 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, so it's 22x plus 6y plus 5xy minus 6 right there. Alright, okay, pay attention. They're not like terms, you cannot combine them, but these two are like terms. Alright? Right, so let's do more. Okay, let's say Mr. Mac to give you negative 5 2xy minus 4x squared y minus 3. Okay, and then I'm going to minus plus that with let's times it with 2 3xy minus 2x squared y plus 8. Alright, should intimidate you? Shouldn't. It's very easy actually. Okay, let's just use everything that we learned. What's our first step ought to be? Open the bracket. Now to open the bracket, I got to do the distribution. I got to distribute this negative 5 to all of them. See that? I got to distribute the 2 to all of them. Alright, let's do that first. Okay, so negative, positive, negative. 5 times 2 is 10 xy. Negative, negative, positive. See that? 5 times 4 is 20 x squared y. Negative, negative, positive. 5 times 3 is 15. See that? That's it. We open the bracket. Pretty easy, isn't it? Alright, now let's do that one. Positive 2, positive 3, positive 6. Okay, xy. Positive and negative is negative. 2 times 2 is 4 x squared y. See that? Positive times positive is positive. 2 times 8 is 16. Right there, we opened up the bracket. Now we can group them. We can gather the like terms, all right? That's our goal, is to open up so that we can group the like terms, all right? So have some sort of a procedure or some sort of way of knowing which you already grouped it, which you haven't, okay? Let's start with the first one. XY. Look for XY right there. We're going to group that one together, all right? So let's write that down. Negative 10 XY plus, all right? Make sure what's in front of that sign. What's in front of the sign is what that, you know, whether it's a positive or negative, all right? In this case, there's a plus 6xy. Be careful, plus 6xy, all right? So we're done with that one, okay? Now we're going to the next one. X squared y. X squared y, the like terms. Doesn't matter about the coefficient, the number, okay? That doesn't influence. It's just the unknown is the one that decides whether they're like or unlike terms. In this case, x squared y, x squared y. They're what? Like terms, all right? Okay, good. So they're like terms. So we're going to bring the plus 20 x squared y negative 4. Be careful, negative 4 x squared y. Alright, so now the number 15 and 16, okay? So plus 15 plus 16. There we go, we're done. Alright, so that completed. Everything has been lined up. There's nothing else to group anymore. Okay, now pair them up. This two, this two, this two. Let's add negative 10 and 6. You're adding. Alright, I have. This is like apples. I have apples. See that? I owe more than I have. And you know it's going to be what? Negative. Alright? So it's going to be negative. That means it's going to be lesser than the 10 because you're paying off with 6. That means 10 minus 6 is 4. Bring back xy. Okay, be careful, always bring back, because it's like I got 6 apples and I give 4 apples away. How many apples left? 2 apples, not 2 apples. See that? I still got 2 apples. The same thing with this one. You still got to bring the unknown back, okay? Alright, we combine that. Now look, 20x squared y minus 4x squared y. 20 minus 4, let's line it up. 20 minus 4, 0 minus 4, I cannot borrow from 2, 2 becomes 1, 0 becomes 10. 10 minus 4 is 6, bring 1, so becomes 16x squared y. Alright, we combine that. Now this one, 15 plus 16, line them up. So it's 15 plus 16, 5 plus 6 is 11, 1 carry 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So that gives me plus 31, right there. That should be our final answer. You simplified it. Alright, you opened it, you gathered it, and then you add it, and then right there you got to the final answer. So it's very important. You follow this step. Distribute. If you have numbers multiplying to the whole algebra expression, distribute, expand it, opened up, okay? The same thing. If it's not, just put it in. Alright? Okay? Good. So very straightforward, isn't it? After you've done that, you gather them by the like terms. Very important, like terms. They only can combine. Alright? So the like terms, like terms, like terms, like terms, like terms. You can add them, and which give you negative 4xy plus 16x squared y plus 31. Alright? Okay, good. Now Mr. Mac erase the board. Now let's talk about subtracting. When we subtract two algebraic expression. Alright? I'll be back within a few seconds. My dear student, now let's subtract them. Okay, subtract two algebraic expression. Okay, let's say for example, Mr. Mac to give you 5x plus 6 minus 3x minus 4. Alright, so what's our first step ought to be? Open the bracket, open x, we're going to expand that out. So in other words, it's going to be 5x plus 6 negative, see that? Minus, negative, positive, negative 3x, negative, negative, positive 4. I want you to pay very good attention to it, alright? So what is it, Mr. Max? Bing! Alright, let's see it. What's going to happen? Bing! Alright, when you see a negative, alright? Very important, okay? So we're going to use that bing bing, alright? So entire should come up, okay? Alright, I want you to pay really close attention when you see a negative. Very powerful. What are we going to do? We're going to group them, okay? We're going to look for the like terms, alright? So 5x, okay? 5x, negative 3x, be careful, negative 3x plus 6 plus 4. Okay, now I'm going to combine them. 5x minus 3x, 2x. 6 plus 4, 10. Right there. That's it. You're done. See that? Okay, very important. Okay, let's do more. Okay, let's say if I give you something really challenging. Okay, let's say 5x squared y minus 3xy plus 4, and then minus 2, and then I told you like 3x squared y minus 2xy minus 6. Is this challenging? No, Mr. Mac. Nothing challenges Math Victories, Core Math Victory students. Nothing challenges Mr. Mac student. Am I right? Alright, because why? This is all easy. It's just that I'm playing with numbers, just making longer. So what? All we gotta do is what? Just distribute. That's it. Open the bracket and then gather them. Group them by the like terms. Add them. Boom. We got the answer. Alright? Pretty easy, isn't it? Let's do that. 5, go to this one, go to that one, go to that one. Now, be careful. Negative 2, go to that one. Negative 2, go to that one. Negative 2, go to that one. Alright? Okay, there's a negative there. Bing. Okay. Alright, let's do that. 5 times 5 is what? 25. X squared. Y. Bring it there. Positive and negative is negative. 5 times 3, 15. Okay? So xy. Positive and positive is positive. 5 times 4 is 20. See that? So we expanded this side. Now we're going to go to this one. Alright? So negative and positive, negative. 2 times 3, 6. X squared, y. Negative and negative, positive. 2 times 2 is 4xy. Negative and negative, positive. 2 times 6 is 12. See that? Very important, okay? Alright, now let's call this called shooting arrow method, okay? It's a shooting arrow, alright? Okay, because from here, we're going to shoo, shoo, shoo. Shoo, 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 okay? Whenever you have like this, we're going to use the shooting arrow method, alright? Okay, let's do that. Let's call this called shooting arrow. Shooting arrows, okay? How about we say shooting arrows, okay? Pew, 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 okay? Alright, we use the shooting arrow and expand it right there. Now what's our next step? Exactly, we're going to group them, we're going to gather them by the like terms, alright? Very important, like terms, alright? So this is going to be like to this one, alright? X squared y, alright? Does it matter? Does it matter 25 and negative 6? Doesn't matter. It's the unknown is the one matter, okay? To decide whether they're like terms or unlike terms. Next one is this one, xy. Xy, found it. They're like terms. And then the constant right there. Alright? So let's do them. Let's gather them. 25x squared y negative. See that? Belongs to that. Always look what's next to that number. Alright? Is it positive or negative? So negative 6x squared y. Negative 15xy. Positive 4xy. Positive 20. Positive 12. See that? Now we're going to combine this two, and that two. Alright? So 25 minus 6. So we're going to take 25 minus 6. 5 minus 6, I cannot borrow from 2. 2 becomes 1. And 5 becomes 15. 15 minus 6 is 9. Okay? So that gives me 9x squared y. Alright? Minus, before I do that, look at this. Negative 15, positive 4. I have. But I owe more than I have. But I'm going to pay off what I owe with 4. That means I'm still going to be minus, alright? But it's going to be less. Less by 4. I'm still going to owe by less than 4. That's why I'm going to take 15 minus 4. It's 11. Okay? Okay, 15 minus 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. Bring 1. 11. Okay? Then I'm going to write xy. Plus 20 plus 12. Line them up. Okay? 20 plus 12, 0 plus 2 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 32. 32. See that? That's it, right there. There's nothing else you can do. You already came to the final step, the final stage, which is the 9x squared y minus 11xy plus 32. Pretty easy, straightforward. Alright? Okay, good. how about we do this? Let's do hands-on practice. It's time for hands-on practice. Let's see what Pablo's doing. He's busy. He's busy putting quizzes. He's busy putting hands-on practice. Okay, good. Well, let's not call him yet, okay? So let Mr. Mac prepare the board and then we call him out, okay? I'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, my dear students, are you ready for hands-on practice? I know you are. That's why you're here, to learn more, because you want to make yourself the best, because you are the best. Alright, well, you or me, I'll call him. Alright, let me see what he's doing. He's ready. Pablo, come on over, Pablo. Come on over, Pablo. Come on over. Bring over the hands-on practice sheet. Our dearest students are ready for some hands-on practice. Alright? Alright, Pablo, hand over. And here is it, my dear student. Now be sure to pause the video. Once you're done, what do you have to do? Invite Mr. Mac in so we can work together. Alright? Have fun. Whoa, he's doing good, isn't he? Alright, he also challenged you, didn't he? So I'm sure he challenged you, you took his challenge and did all the questions, and here you are back to do it together with Mr. Mac. Alright, let's compare the notes, okay? So look at your work, and then Mr. Mac's going to start doing on the board. The first one, 1A, okay? So simplify, so 1A, 5 times 3m minus 6. And what method we're going to use? The shooting arrows method, alright? The first arrow and then the second arrow right there, alright? Very important, okay? You distribute. Your mom and dad, they give it equally to both of you, alright? That's what it is. You give the 5 to 3, which is 5 times 3 is 15. M, 5 positive and negative is negative. 5 times 6 is 30, right there. That's the final answer. Alright, good job. Okay, good. Let's look B. Okay, B, you're given negative 7, negative 2RST, negative 8R plus 7. Again, what method we're going to use? The shooting arrow. Okay, be careful. See that all this are separated by minus and plus. Now, does this each individually get? No, they're multiplying. Only when they're separated by plus and minus, alright? You distribute. Shooting arrow, you give it that one, and you give it to that one, and then you give it to that one. See that? Alright? So this is as a one term. Alright? Each term gets 1. Okay? The shooting arrow. Alright? Negative 7 times negative 2. Negative is positive. 7 times 2 is very good. 14 RST. See that? That's one term. Negative, positive. 7 times 8 is, this is one term. See that? 7 times 8 is 56. Alright, very good. 56 R. See that? Okay. Now, negative, positive, negative. 7 times 7 is 49. Now, am I done? Yes, there's nothing to combine. They all are different terms, okay? RST, and this is R, and this is a constant. So you cannot combine them, you leave it that way. That's your final answer. Okay, good. Let's do C. Now, C, you're given negative 9UV minus 4V minus 6. Well, there is no number to distribute with. But there is actually. What is it? 1. Good job. Yes, there is a 1. We don't have to put it. We can just put a negative in front of it, but there's a negative 1. Alright? So we're going to distribute negative 1. We're going to use the shooting arrow method right there. Alright? Negative, positive. 1 times 9 is negative 9. UV. Okay? So UV. Alright, let me make sure the U is right. Okay, negative, 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 positive. 1 times 4 is 4v. Negative, negative, positive. 1 times 6 is 6. Alright, okay? So each term gets it. Alright? Alright, not individual unknowns. They don't. They're multiplying. So each term. Alright? Okay, let's do D. Now D you're given 12x minus 4 over 4. Okay, 12x minus 4 over 4. I can break them by their terms. In other words, I can put 12x over 4 minus 4 over 4. See that? By the terms. I can break it up. So 12 divided by 4 is 3x minus 4 divided by 4 is 1. Alright, very important, okay? Okay, very important. Okay, that's it right there. That's the final answer. Okay, good. Let's do E. Now E, you're given negative 21xy plus 14y minus 5, and we're dividing it that with 7. And what method we use? Exactly the right arrow method. We can read exactly it says, okay? So it's negative 21xy plus 14y minus 5. This whole thing is divided by 7. Now we're going to break them up by their terms. Very important, by their terms, okay? So we can start with this one. This is one term, second term, third one. Alright, so you got negative 21xy over 7 plus 14y over 7. See that? Negative 5 over 7. Alright, see that? Very important, okay? So 21 negative always stays because positive and negative, negative. 21 divided by 7 is 3xy. Positive and positive, so it'll be positive. 14 divided by 7 is 2y. And this one you leave it as a fraction, 5 over 7. You can simplify, alright? Right there, that's the answer. Okay, so we did E. Now let's do F. Now F, you're given negative 32ab plus 12b minus 8 divided by negative 8. Where is it? Ting! Because it's a negative, alright? The antenna should go up, okay? Don't forget that, very important. Okay, let's read it left to right method, okay? The right arrow method. We're going to read exactly it says, alright? This whole thing, negative 32ab plus 12b minus 8, we're going to divide that whole thing because it's a division right there with negative 8. Alright, how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3. So we're going to break it up. Make sure you pay attention to negative, positive, and negative, okay? So negative 32ab over negative 8. Alright, don't do anything yet, just write down, okay? Plus, okay, put the plus, then 12b over negative 8. This negative put right there, and then 8 over negative 8. Alright, now negative, negative, positive, okay? 32 divided by 8 is 4ab. Positive and negative, negative. 12 divided by 8, you cannot, so you simplify. I can divide this by 4. I can divide this by 4. You want to find a common. You want to find a common, okay? A number that 8 and 12 can be divided by. So I realize 8 can be divided by 4 and 12 can divide by 4. So that makes it 3b over 8 divided by 4 is 2. Because this one we already decided it's negative. See that's a 2b, alright? Negative, negative, positive. 8 divided by 8 is 1. Now you can rewrite this as 4ab negative 3 over 2b plus 1. Right there. Alright? Okay, it's always normal for when it comes to algebraic expression, you leave this as a fraction. Alright? You don't want to do it as a mixed numbers. You leave it as a fraction. Alright? That's it right there. Pretty easy, isn't it? Okay, good. And that's F. Alright. Okay, let Mr. Mac erase the board and we'll do problem number 2. And I'll be back with you in a few seconds. Alright, my dear student, you ready for problem number 2? Alright, let's do it. Simplify, okay? Problem number 2. 2a, given 5x minus 4 plus negative 8x minus 7. We are adding two algebraic expression, alright? And what's our first step ought to be? Open the bracket. We're going to expand it, okay? We're going to remove the bracket. So that means it's going to be 5x minus 4 plus and minus is going to be minus 8x plus and minus is going to be minus 7. And then we're going to group them, alright? Group them with the like terms. This and this identical and this identical. So it's going to be 5x minus 8x minus 4 minus 7. So we're going to combine these two, alright? Okay, we're going to combine, I'm going to combine. Let's start with this one. 5x minus 8x. I have and I owe, but I owe more. So when I owe, I pay off what I owe with what I have. Okay, so it's going to be less I have, alright? Okay, that means you know it's going to be negative. 8 minus 5 is 3x. See that? That's how you want it to do it. Whenever you have a negative and a positive number, you're combining, especially when the negative is greater than the positive. So you always think it as I owe, I have. I owe more, I have less. That means I'm going to still owe, but less I'm going to owe. Alright? That means I'm going to pay off what I owe with what I have. 8 minus 5 is 3. See that? Negative 3x. Because you're still going to owe, so you put it negative. Then you take the difference. Alright? I owe more. Alright? Minus 4 plus 7 is 11. Alright? Right there. Negative 3x, negative 11. Okay? Pretty easy, isn't it? Very easy. It's straightforward. Alright? You pay attention to all the sign, positive, negative signs. Okay? You will never make mistake. Okay? Let's do problem B. Okay, B, you're given 2 times the whole thing, everything inside the bracket, okay? 9x squared y minus 4xy minus 3x plus 3x squared y plus 4x. Oh no, Mr. Mac. That's a tough question, isn't it? No way, Jose. That's why I'm sure you're saying that. Mr. Mac, that's very easy. It's easy. It's just that you got a lot of variables, unknowns in there, and makes it look like, oh, but it's not, am I right? I know you looked at it and it's like, it was a piece of cake. Pablo, you can't get me. I did it. I got it. That's right, you did. Because you're the best. Okay? So let's do it together. Okay? We're going to open the bracket. We're going to expand it. We have 2 multiplying everything inside the bracket. So what we're going to do, we're going to distribute. We're going to use the shooting arrow. Boom, boom. See that? Alright, now this is 1 term, 2nd term, and then 3rd term. Alright? That's why each one of them gets it. And anything inside the term doesn't, because it's already given 2 to the each term. Very important. 2 times 9 is 18. X squared y plus and minus is minus. 2 times 4 is 8. Xy plus and minus is minus. 2 times 3 is 6. And then x. See that? Okay, now this one's pretty much just 1. You just open it. Plus, okay? Plus 3x squared y plus and plus is plus 4x. Now we're going to group them by the like terms. X squared y, x squared y. Yay, we found one. Xy, none. How about this one? X and x. Yay, we found another one. See that? So this one doesn't have anything to pair with. So we're going to gather this first. Okay, 18x squared y plus 3x squared y. And then we got nothing, we're just going to put negative 8xy, and then we're going to bring this one, negative 6x plus 4x. We're going to combine this, and we're going to combine that. Alright, let's do that. Let's combine this. 18 plus 3. So 18 plus 3, line them up. 8 plus 3 is 11. 1, carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So it's 21 x squared y. And then this one got nothing to, just rewrite it. Okay, now this two. I owe, I have, but I owe more. I know it's going to be, I still going to owe, alright? But less than what I owe initially, because I'm going to pay off the 6 that I owe with the 4 I have. That means 6 minus 4 is 2. 2x. Right there. Ta-da! You got it? Good job! Yes! You are Mr. Mac student, alright? Alright, let's do problem, or how about we do this? Let's erase the board, okay? Mr. Mac will be back in a few seconds. You ready for problem C? Okay, let's do C, okay? Now C, this time we are subtracting two algebraic expressions. So the first one is 2xy minus 4y. I'm subtracting that with 5xy minus 8y. See that? They both are contained inside a bracket. Alright, very important. Pay attention that you have the both algebraic expression inside the bracket. That means I have to open the bracket. I gotta break the bracket out. Okay, that means I'm going to expand it. So let's do that. 2xy minus 4y. Minus. Ding ding. Right. Okay, minus and plus is minus 5xy. Minus and minus, negative and negative is plus. Okay, now Mr. Mac been interchanging between negative and plus, negative and minus and up. Okay, plus and addition. All right, so minus and negative are same thing, and plus and positive are same thing. Okay, now we expand it. What's our next step? Good job. We're going to gather them by the terms, all right, or group them by the terms. These two are same terms and these two are same terms. All right, so let's bring them. 2xy minus 5xy minus 4y plus 8y. See that? Very important. You got to pay attention to that minus plus when you group them. When you grab them by their sign. Okay, so I can combine this and I can combine with that. I owe, but I owe more than I have. Okay, so it's still going to be what? Negative. All right, but it's going to be less. My final is going to be less owe than I initially. So that means I'm going to pay off 2 towards the 5. 5 minus 2 is 3. So 3xy. All right, I owe, I have, but I have more. So that means 8 minus 4 is 4y right there. All right, it's easy when because you're so used to the 8 minus 4. More you have, then less you owe. That means easier to just subtract 8 minus 4. All right, which is positive 4y. Okay, good. Let's do problem D. Problem D are given 15ab squared minus 4ab minus 3 timesing the whole everything inside the bracket. That means what method we're going to use? The shooting arrow method. All right, shooting arrow. Boom, 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 right there. Okay, you like that sound effect? Mr. Mac created that sound effect. All right. Okay, let's do that. Open up the bracket. Okay, let's open up. So this one got nothing to multiply because so 1. We just open up 15ab squared minus 4ab. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6ab squared, because negative and positive is negative. Max, second law. All right, very good. Okay, negative and negative is positive. 3 times 5 is 15. ab, negative and positive is negative. 3 times 4 is 12. There you go. Now, what's our next step? We're going to group them by the like terms. All right, let's look for this one with the ab squared. Ab squared. Oops. Mr. Mac wrote on top of it. Okay, ab squared. All right, so ab squared. Okay, this one negative ab right there. Ab right there. Okay, and then so of course this one's by itself. Okay, so let's combine them, let's group them. All right, b squared 15 negative, okay, negative 6ab squared negative 4ab plus 15ab, but this one's by itself, just put it in the end. Okay, now we can combine this two, combine that two. Okay, let's start with this one. 15 minus 6, it's 9ab squared negative 4 plus 15, which is mean 15 minus 4, which is 11. Okay, positive 11 ab minus 12 right there. You got it? Good job. Don't let all this bunch of variables and all this, unknowns scare you. Don't. Just look at it with a confident. Why? Because you belong to score a math victory. Whenever you have a question's been given to you, don't let that question intimidate you. Look at it and say, you know what? I belong to score a math victory. I've been taught by Mr. Mac. I'm the best. I'm the greatest. I'm the awesomer. See that? And then look at it Use the principle that you learned. Everything that Mr. Mac been teaching you, use that and solve it. You'll never make a mistake. Alright? Alright, my dear students. Yes, Pablo. Please say time for quiz. It's time for quiz. Yes, it is time for quiz. And also this is the end of the lesson. And I want you to go and have fun with the quiz and take a break before you come to the next lesson. It's going to be a fun lesson. And you deserve an awesome break, alright? Take a nice break and then come and see Mr. Mac on the next lesson. I'll be here waiting for you because you're the best. And you deserve the best, and that's why Mr. Mac will be here to bring the best for you. And it is coming from the best.